and welcome to The Point. My name is Chris. I'm one of the pastors here at Journey, and we're so excited that you're joining us today. The Point is all about how we humbly point everyone to absolute hope. We talk about practical tips and things we can do and apply to our lives today to help us learn how we can humbly point everyone to absolute hope in our normal daily life. Today, we're going to talk a little bit more about something we talked a few weeks ago. We had some really great response on our Taking Notes in the Bible video we did a few weeks ago. If you want to check that out, you can click right over here, and you'll be able to jump back and check out that video over on YouTube. But today, we wanted to talk a little bit more about just even getting started before we even can take notes, because what we got a lot of feedback on is okay, that's really great, that's good stuff, but how do I even know what to read? So today is going to be all about breaking down Bible reading plans. So these are just basically plans that help you kind of organize, what should I be reading? How much should I be reading today? Because, maybe some days you read a bunch and then you can kind of fall off a rhythm or a routine. And really what I've seen in my own life is the better you are at building a routine around reading your Bible, the more likely you are to actually do it. So these Bible reading plans provide that kind of structure that we need to help make Bible reading a regular and healthy practice in our lives. So we want to talk about the criteria for choosing a plan, the different pieces that kind of make that up, and then hopefully today you'll leave knowing how to pick out a plan that works best for you. So let's get into it. All right, the first criteria in choosing the right Bible plan is knowing yourself. Okay, knowing yourself. And what I mean by that is if you're a person who likes to jump from kind of thing to thing to thing, starting out with maybe a year-long Bible reading plan isn't the best idea. Okay, so or maybe you do like to really dive in and get really deep on a specific subject or topic, then maybe something that's more long-term, or maybe you like to do that kind of long-term. Knowing and understanding how your brain works is important, it's almost just as important as it is to understand what doesn't work for you. So knowing those things about yourself is going to help guide you towards the right plan for you, because there's literally, guys, there's thousands and thousands of these Bible reading plans out there. They're all great, like they all make sense, but they don't work the same for every single person. God designed and made you in a specific way. So instead of fighting against that and trying to fit into, I think a lot of people believe a lie that, to really be spiritual, you have to do this, and it has to look like this, and it has to be like this, and it has to, kind of like we talked about in the Bible note-taking video, there's no right way to do it other than the way that helps you engage in the Bible, right? So if you feel like you've tried this before, and you've kind of bashed your head into it and tried to fit yourself into a very rigid mold that you believe, maybe it's from your parents or from how you grew up or just what you've seen maybe online, that to read the Bible, you have to do it this way. Get that out of your head. Understand how you work and understand what doesn't work for you. That's the first place. Know yourself. And then from there, you can start to build and find the right Bible reading plan for you. All right, step 1 is to know yourself. Step 2 is to think about the types of Bible reading plans that are available. And we're going to take a look again at the YouVersion app, the Bible app. So if you go into the Android or Apple App Store and you search Bible or you search YouVersion, that's really what you're looking for, is YouVersion. You'll be able to pull up this app and it looks just like this. See, now you're seeing it too. It's pretty cool. And through here, you want to think about the different types of Bible reading apps. So first, there's like some whole Bible reading plans. Like maybe you want to go through the whole Bible so you can scan down. And so over here, you can see through the Bible, you got whole Bible plans. These are all plans that help us to go through the entire Bible, right? And so you can see here, there's a billion different kinds, right? Some go through in a short amount of time, some go through in a long period. We'll talk about that in a minute. But these will all take you through the entire Bible. Let's just take the first one up here, the Bible in a Year with Nicky Gumbel. I said that name wrong, but that's okay. So you can come in here and actually you can see over on the right side, where it says sample. If you type sample, you can actually see this is what it looks like for the day. So we've got 4 different areas: Psalms, Matthew, Genesis, and then another chapter in Genesis. You even got a little devotional piece on here, which is really great. So this is kind of assuming you're starting at the beginning of the year, and then it just goes right into the content. This is really nice. And even through this, you can tap onto different pieces, like the different sections, and see them there. You go to the second day, see what that looks like, kind of the pace you're going through the content, which is really cool. So you can pop out of there. You can go through the whole Bible. Other ones, you can maybe see, maybe Life Journal reading plan. Again, check them out, see what you like. Again, know yourself, know what works, what doesn't work. These are kind of the whole Bible ones that you've got there. Another version of Bible reading plans are topical. Okay, so these could be things like big topics. Like actually, if you go to the top here and see where it says "Help me find a plan," if you tap that, you can go down and see these big topics like love or grace or men or women or whatever it might be. And you can tap into one of those, maybe love, and you can see all these plans that are about the topic of love. So those are like big topics, right? Other ones you might find could be related to like some other kind of content. So maybe something like a book. So like I can get on here, like relationship goals. Well, Mike Todd, he's got a book out that's kind of helping couples work through relationship goals. And this is a Bible reading plan. It's a short 5-day plan that you can go through. And again, there's a devotional piece included on there, so you can see that. And it's just a way to kind of kickstart you into that book study. So things that are related to other content, book-related pieces. You can also look at series-related pieces. Like there's some that you'll see like that are related to just an idea of like demonstrating God's presence in business, or next steps to fulfilling God's plan for your life, or dangerous prayers. That's based on a series. So you can find these different topically based studies that are centered around maybe a larger content piece. So it can this might be a good start to then get you into other content to help you dive into that concept. So if you're looking for something, if you like to dive deep on stuff, that kind of stuff can be really, really great for you. You could even find what's called chronological. Okay, so chronological is just a fancy big word for in order, right? You're following something in order. So that's actually the plan I'm on right now. So if you jump over here, we're looking at chronological. And I just started over here, and you can jump into, it's going through the Bible in order, right? Not just in order of like where the books are or how the books are ordered, but in the order of which they were, the story happens in time, right? And so if you like seeing that from start to finish, kind of like the story of the Bible, there's nothing better than chronological to get you through that, seeing the whole picture of the Bible as it occurred throughout history. So you got chronological. So you got whole Bible, you got topical, whether it's big topics or book-related stuff or series-related stuff or whatever it might be, topical, and you got chronological as well. So that's number 2. You figure out the type. So know yourself, figure out the type. And number 3, the third criteria you want to think about is the length. How long should this Bible study be? How long should this Bible reading plan be? Because if you go in here, like again, let's just go back to like the whole Bible, right? So a lot of these are going to be, let's just tap into one. You can see right above the start plan, it says how many days it's supposed to take. So a lot of these are going to be year long, right? But some of these are a little more intense. Like you'll see Bible in 90 days or something like that right down here, to where you're reading through the entire Bible in 90 days. So that's the same amount of content in a quarter of the time. So if you look at the sample, you're reading through a lot more content, right? So being aware of, I want this to take the whole year. I'm going to take my time with it and kind of go through it, whatever it might be. You can do that, or you can find one that's a little more upbeat. Like for instance, that one we were looking at with the marriage piece. It's only 5 days long, so it's not a huge commitment. So if you're a person who likes to jump from topic to topic or kind of thing to thing, these short-term Bible plans could be really, really great for you, because maybe you focus on one a week, hit another one next week, hit another one next week, because we're going to talk in a minute. The goal isn't to accomplish like the plan itself. The plan's great. The plan gets us there. But there's a whole other goal that we're shooting towards. So we got, whole year, you've got short term, and then you also got somewhere in between. Like that 90-day program is kind of an in-between. It's a lot of content in 90 days, but it's still a kind of in-between time frame. So be mindful of what the length of the plan. So again, to recap, you want to know yourself, what works for you, what doesn't work for you, right? You want to know the types of study you're looking for, the type of plan you're looking for. Is it something that goes through the whole Bible? Is it something that's topical around a topic that you're interested in? Are you looking to go chronologically through the Bible? Figure out what type you want to have. And then finally, consider the length. Do you want it to be like a whole year plan? Do you want it to be short term? Do you want it to be somewhere in between? And let me give you a little bit of hope real quick for those who choose like a long-term plan, but you struggle to be a long-term person. I'm raising my hand on that one. there's a great feature on the plans that if you miss a couple days, you can actually tap how many days you missed, and you can say catch me up, and it'll readjust the plan so you're not constantly trying to play catch up, and kind of gets you out of that mentality of, oh man, I'm so far behind. It'll catch you back up with your plan, because with all these things, what I hope you hear is this. The goal isn't to find the ultimate plan. The goal isn't to find the perfect plan for this perfect moment. Like, that can happen. Like, that's a good thing. But the whole goal is to get you to read your Bible. And the key is consistency. The key is consistency. So whatever makeup of these three pieces, the knowing yourself, the type, and the length of the study, whatever combination of those helps you to be consistent in your Bible reading is the one that's right for you. Because again, the whole goal of all of this is to help you find a plan that helps to make Bible reading a normal part of your daily life. The goal isn't to find a perfect plan, because there isn't one. You might find you like certain kinds over others, and that's a good thing. Like, lean into that. Maybe every once in a while try something that's not comfortable for you, or something that's different for you, just to stretch yourself and change the way that you look at the Bible as you read through it. But ultimately, the goal is to read your Bible, and the key is consistency. So remember, as you're choosing a plan, your goal is to find something you can stick with and stay with it. If you pick one, I want to challenge you to stay through it all the way to the end. I know it's going to be tough to do. Maybe pick a short-term one, pick a 5-day one if you've never done it before. If you're doing a chronological, maybe have a friend or two. There's some great functionality in the app as well, where you're able to connect with other people in YouVersion, like your friends, and you guys can read it together. You can go through the study together. You can invite them to join you on that as well. So you guys can be going through the same plan at the same time. Because again, the key is consistency. So do whatever you can to take the baby steps you need to take to find the right plan for you, and then to start reading your Bible today. Well, that's it. I hope that's helped kind of demystify the whole Bible reading plan thing for you. If you've got any questions, leave them down in the comments. We'd love to engage you. If you have a plan that you really like, maybe you're in the middle of one right now, share the link to that down in the comments as well, because it's going to help other people find the right plan for them. So no matter what your favorite type is, or the length of time, whatever specifics with the plan that work best for you, I want to challenge you to find a plan that works for you and to stick with it. Because remember, the key is consistency. So I hope you guys can continue to build Bible reading into your daily lives. And again, hope you're encouraged by this. If you want to, please share this video with those around you. Hopefully this encourages others to start building Bible reading into their daily lives as well. So like always, we love you. We hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next time on The Point.